First thing I need to do is carve the shaft of the hook, and for that I'm going to use this piece of pine. Well, that's the shaft done. For the barb, I'm going to use a shard of bone. Now you can use any bone, but I've taken mine from the skull of a hare. Well, the barb needs tidying up a little bit, but the idea is that the barb sits on top of the shaft, like so, and then I'm going to bind those two together with a pine root. Well, you can see just how flexible this stuff is. The first thing I need to do is just tidy it up a little bit and remove the outer bar with the back of my knife. Well, now that the skin's been peeled from the root, it needs splitting so that it sits flat against the hook, and I start that off by using my knife. Now I split the rest of it with my fingers. Now it splits just like wood. If it starts veering off to one side, bend the thicker side more and the split will come back to the middle. Okay, so to bind the barb onto the shaft, we first lay the root parallel to where the barb's going to be. And then we go around the bottom of the shaft and up over the top where the barb would be, and cross it over at the bottom, creating a loop. We then want to turn that into a figure of 8, going around the back of the shaft and back round to where the root first started, like so. So we've got that figure of 8 that goes around, crosses over and back round the shaft, and you want to do that twice. Okay, so once you've done that twice, you can then introduce the barb onto the shaft. Now introducing it later makes it a lot less fiddly, because it means that you don't have to hold it in place while you concentrate on the binding, and then you just keep going with that figure of 8. Now the great thing about using a pine root is that as it dries, it will shrink, making the binding even stronger. Now if you want to add some string, you can lay it along the shaft of the hook and just continue wrapping the pine root along. Now I haven't got any string, I'm just demonstrating with this other piece of pine root. But you just keep wrapping around, like so. And you can lock all of that in place with a simple overhand at the end. Just like that. Well, that's the hook finished. I did make it quite big so that you could see the binding process properly, but it is still a big hook, and it's made for bigger fish such as salmon.